Hi everyone, this is Somnath and I'll try to answer a few of your questions and I hope that is going to be of some help to you. At first, we had to appear for a test and the format had two parts. First was the coding part and this was followed by MCQs. And after you get through this test, we had to appear for 4 rounds of interviews. And in all of these rounds, questions were subjected on topics of coding, CS code topics. And in the third and fourth round, we were also subjected to questions on system design. And we also had discussions on our projects. Regarding timing, I would say that totally depends on how well you grasp the concepts, and that totally depends on how well your basics are. Because if you go for a advanced question and you don't have your basics sorted out, then that will definitely take more time. So first go for the basics and then you progress on the level of difficulty. Okay, and don't just focus on the timing of practice, focus on the number of concepts that you are covering. Okay, like you can have a timetable for your week, you can have a timetable for your month, you can fix out a goal for how many topics are you going to cover. I feel in this way you can be more comprehensive about the number of concepts that you're covering. Regarding the resources to refer, I will quote a few things that I referred during my preparation. Firstly, for coding practice, you can go for sites like Hacker Earth and CodeChef. I was particularly inclined to Hacker Earth because I felt there the questions were more categorized on the basis of their difficulty. And if you want to go for regular coding competitions, you should go for Codeforces as well. And apart from this, I also felt that the CS core topics were very prominently asked in most of these companies. I could name three of these topics that were operating system, networking, and DBMS. If you have time, you can go for textbook reading on these topics. But if you have a stipulated amount of time, you can go for videos. There are a number of playlists that are available on YouTube. I have been through the interview process in three of the companies during the placement season, and I felt that project description was a very integral part of it. And what I felt was your project does not need to be a fancy one with a huge tech stack. It can be a simple one, but you should know the in and out of your project. You should focus on the strengths of your project and you should know the weakness of your project as well, because in that way you can predict a lump sum idea of what are the questions that can be asked regarding your project. And apart from building your project, also focus on how you explain your project, because if you explain it well enough, that itself speaks a lot about how well have you worked on that project. In don'ts, I could say, firstly, don't rely on too many resources. Have a fixed amount of resources and have repeated revisions on them. And second thing I could say is once you start the coding practice, don't leave it in between. I felt that at many of the times I used to start coding, I used to practice for a few weeks, I used to leave it in between, and then I was again back to point zero. So practice a few number of questions, but do it on a regular basis. Well, I have seen people who were into coding right from their higher secondary itself, competing in competitions like ZCO, and I've also seen people who took up coding in the last 3 months of their summer vacation and have also come out with flying colors. But nonetheless, I'll also say that starting early will have its own benefits in terms of the speed and confidence you'll have in your coding. And normally, when you start a bit late, you'll have a tendency of focusing on questions that have been asked in the previous years in most of the coding companies. Okay, so what I'll suggest is start a bit early so that you can practice an ample amount of question, and in the last 3 months you can focus on the questions that have been asked previously. I think on this question opinions may differ, but I felt that doing an internship will definitely have some benefits, but not doing an internship will not do you any harm, because at last what matters is what project have you developed. And if in this regard, if you happen to fetch an internship, that's well and good, but at the last just focus on your project. My recruitment was on campus, and regarding the situation of COVID-19, definitely it will pose some challenges. But even in the last year, we had seen a few companies that had taken remote tests and remote interviews. So I think in the coming times, that will be a way out for the companies to recruit in the colleges. And nonetheless, if there are difficult times, I think this should act as more of a motivation for you for preparing for the coming times. So best of luck.